Lowe, the former star of The Bachelor and reality TV personality, has recently become the center of a disturbing and shocking story. Known for his charming personality and his love of dogs, Lowe found himself at the receiving end of a violent attack by his own rescue dog Moose. This terrifying sequence of events left Lowe hospitalized twice and with physical and emotional scars that he will carry for life. The dog, who had been part of Lowe's family for several years, unexpectedly turned violent in a series of unprovoked attacks that not only led to physical injuries but also raised questions about the complexities and challenges that come with adopting rescue animals. Lowe's relationship with animals has always been portrayed positively in the public eye. He has often shared moments with Moose and other pets on his social media platforms, displaying the bond that seemed so natural. Moose, a dog Lowe had adopted from a shelter, was a fixture in his life for years, contributing to a perception of a loving and safe home environment for both Lowe and his pets. However, the reality of living with a rescue dog can often be much more complicated than it appears. Rescue dogs, despite their lovable personalities, often come with histories of trauma, abuse, or neglect that can manifest in unpredictable and sometimes dangerous ways. The attacks started unexpectedly. Moose, who had been well-behaved and affectionate for years, suddenly turned on Lowe without any apparent warning. The first attack occurred one evening when Lowe was attempting to intervene in a minor altercation between Moose and another dog in the household. The situation escalated rapidly, with Moose lashing out aggressively and biting Lowe's arms. The severity of the injuries required immediate medical attention, and Lowe was rushed to the emergency room. The doctors treated him for deep puncture wounds, but Lowe was able to return home after receiving stitches and undergoing several hours of observation. Moose seemed to calm down following the incident, leading Lowe and his family to believe it was a one-time occurrence. However, just days later, Lowe experienced another terrifying encounter with Moose. This time, the dog attacked without provocation, catching Lowe off guard while he was in his home. Moose's behavior became erratic and uncharacteristically hostile, leaving Lowe with more severe injuries. He was once again rushed to the emergency room for treatment, with doctors now expressing greater concern over the emotional and physical toll these attacks were taking on both Lowe and Moose. The second attack was more violent and left Lowe with deep scarring on his arms, making it clear that Moose's behavior was no longer a simple issue that could be addressed with training or time. Following the second hospitalization, Lowe and his family were forced to confront the reality of the situation. Moose was no longer a safe animal to have around. Despite the love and care Lowe had poured into raising him, it was clear that Moose's aggressive behavior was too much to manage. Experts on animal behavior were called in, and it was suggested that Moose's trauma from his time in a shelter might have contributed to his violent outbursts. Rescue dogs often come with emotional baggage, and while many overcome their pasts and thrive in loving homes, others carry deep-seated fears or triggers that can lead to aggression when they feel threatened or cornered. For Lowe, this ordeal has been a painful and emotional one. He had adopted Moose with the best of intentions, offering the dog a safe home and a second chance at life. To have that bond shattered in such a violent and public manner has been devastating for him. The emotional toll of being attacked by a pet he considered family is something that will undoubtedly stay with Lowe for years to come. His scarred arms are a constant reminder of the violence he experienced, and the psychological scars may run even deeper. While Lowe has tried to maintain a sense of normalcy in the aftermath, the attacks have forced him to reckon with the complexities of adopting rescue animals and the unpredictability of even the most well-intentioned pet. As the public learned more about the attacks, the story sparked a wider conversation about the challenges of adopting rescue dogs. While many people are drawn to the idea of saving a dog from a shelter, the reality is that rescue animals can come with behavioral issues that may not become apparent until much later. These issues can stem from trauma or abuse, and not all rescue dogs are equipped to handle the transition into a new home. Even the most well-trained and loving rescue dog can harbor fears or instincts that may lead to aggression in certain situations. It is essential for potential dog owners to fully understand the risks and responsibilities involved in adopting an animal with an unknown background. Lowe's experience has also opened up discussions about the importance of proper training and behavior management for rescue animals. While Moose had been well-behaved for most of his time with Lowe, it is clear that intervention and specialized training were needed to address the aggression that emerged. Animal experts and trainers have stressed the importance of providing consistent structure and support to dogs with troubled pasts, as well as being vigilant in monitoring their behavior. In some cases, despite the best efforts of owners and trainers, a dog's behavior may be too erratic or violent to safely coexist with humans. For Lowe, The future of his relationship with Moose remains uncertain. The decision to keep or rehome the dog is one that will require careful consideration and emotional strength. He has acknowledged that the attacks were deeply traumatic, and while he has expressed sympathy for Moose's difficult past, he also recognizes the importance of safety for himself and his family. In the wake of the incidents, Lowe has refrained from publicly discussing his final decision regarding Moose, though he has expressed hope that his experience can serve as a cautionary tale for others who may be considering adopting a rescue dog. In addition to his own personal struggle, the story has raised broader concerns about the dynamics of pet adoption, particularly when it comes to rescue dogs. While many shelter dogs are loving, loyal companions, others may have histories of mistreatment that require a level of understanding and patience that not all owners are prepared to offer. The reality is that not all animals are suitable for every household, and sometimes, despite the best intentions, a dog's behavioral issues may simply be too much to manage. In these cases, it is essential for pet owners to seek professional guidance and be open to the difficult decision of rehoming a pet that cannot thrive in their environment. As for Lowe, the emotional and physical aftermath of the attacks will take time to heal. His scarred arms are a visible reminder of the violence he endured, and the memories of the attacks will likely linger for much longer. While his love for Moose may never completely dissipate, Lowe has come to terms with the fact that some things are beyond his control. His story has become a poignant example of the challenges that come with adopting rescue dogs and the unpredictable nature of working with animals who have experienced trauma. In the end, Lowe's experience serves as a sobering reminder that even the most loving and well-intentioned adoptions can go awry.